Sunday morning, what a day I have planned today. I have 3 site visits for my site visit program at a property. Now, the site visit program is one of the best pieces of education that I actually do because it's in person with me at different sites every single month. Every month we go to a different development and I break it down, I explain the pros and cons, I show the members things, I show you what we look for to secure that property, what we're going to do with it, all about planning, architects, structural engineers, due diligence, so much information when we're there. Then I have to come back and meet my painters because I've got a property being painted. Carpet cleaners on a Sunday, yes, carpet cleaners on a Sunday. And I have a property that I might be showing a member for a supported living contract. And I also have somebody who's not a member who's messaged me privately and wants to see. So join me as I go around today navigating everything that's going on. It's just another day in the life, guys. It's just another day in the life of a real property developer who's going through shit and still managing to smile like this.
Stamp, just say. Legals are 1,500 quid, refurbs coming at 35 grand, so we're in at 150. If we get an end valuation of 180 to 190, he'll think about keeping it. If he doesn't get the end value of 180, 190 and he gets to 170, he's going to sell it. Actually, it's 100. If you bought this house in a rentable condition, you'd be paying 170. So if you bought this house to rent, you'd get 170, so you'd have to pay 25% deposit, okay, which is what, 42.5 grand. Then you have to pay stamp, so 47, legals take to 48, 49. You might have to, you will have to pay your setup fees and stuff, so you're on 53, 54. Then, on top of that, you might have to come in and give it some paint, carpet, upgrade, little bits, not crazy because you're buying it in a livable condition. So you might be all in for what, 55, 60k to rent it out as a buy-to-let for capital appreciation, that's small income. If we get this right, and this gets valued at 180, just say, which I know it will, we have to leave in that 45 grand. That's what we have to leave in, okay? Which means we're all in at 155 and we'll pull out 139, okay? Which is 16k left in. So to keep the house forever, he's got to leave 16 grand in this house.
That's not bad though.
When you put it compared to what it costs to buy one already done, 55, 60k. But you've got to do 3 to 4 months worth of work to get it for 16k. It's not, you understand it better. So when people say, oh, why are you doing all the work? Just go and buy one. Well, now you're seeing the difference in prices. It's like 5 times cheaper or 4 times cheaper. And that's why people do it.
It's like a 30 grand saving, isn't it? Really?
More than that, it's
More
40
than
grand.
that, yeah.
It's a 40 grand saving. But it's a 4-month process of time. And that's what people don't understand. So he's happy to keep it at 180. If he doesn't get the 180, then
Why is he
because that's because he only has to leave that amount.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's what we're aiming for. So we're not making a decision on this till the end of the day, but sorry, the end of the week. Kitchen, new bathroom, fucking levels. Like one of my houses, the only thing that needs to be done is a wall needs to be moved back a metre when you own it, because the bedroom needs to be 6.51 and the kitchen needs to be 17 square metres because it's a kitchen dining. And there's one other thing that needs to be done. There's 2 things that need to be done, and then obviously the normal regulation with the fire doors and the smoke alarms, which is about 3 grand, and that's got a 5-year contract on it at £1,800 a month for 5 years, and that will double in value in 7 years to 9 years, based on previous capital appreciation in the area. That's a really good one. And then I've got 2 in Handsworth that I can have for 175 grand each, and they've both got contracts on at £1,600 each, and they're brand new basically. So I've always said to people, don't tie your money up. Done it on the live the other night. Flip. I actually have started to change my mind massively because not everybody can flip. But what's the problem?
You'll walk through it.
You've got to walk through the bedroom to get to the bathroom. So what do we have to do?
Sort of corridor.
Yeah, so that door where you are will be where Serena is. Here will be a corridor all the way down, and where Holly is, there'll be a sliding door basically here to go into the bedroom. that chimney breast might need to be knocked out.
I don't get why they design houses like this. It's just mad, isn't it?
It makes no sense, does it? Because if you want to wee in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
you gotta walk through the bedroom.
innit?
It's just awkward as fuck, isn't it?
Sunday, 6 o'clock. I've had 3 site visits, 3 groups, and I've just been to a property where I have secured it 25,000 below what the price is on the market, and I've paired it with a supported living contract. I've just had this guy here come and view it on a Sunday. I had my builder turn up and open the door because we didn't have a lockbox here. Rookie mistake. No. Great Sunday. Now I'm going to meet my painter and decorator who's working on a Sunday and my carpet cleaner. No rest for the wicked. Okay, so I know it needs a SIM card in there and it needs topping up because it's one of those pay-as-you-go SIM cards, and they used it for travelling around when we was on the road because they wanted me to buy one. I don't know why they bought a pay-as-you-go one when we have the actual other one there, the EE one, so you can use that one. Sorry guys, we're just getting all the equipment ready for a day out on the road tomorrow because I have a lot of filming to do. I have a lot of things that's going on. I just wanted to touch upon somebody from the site visit program today. They are very intelligent, but they was about to buy a property at auction and they wanted to bid tomorrow without viewing the property. So I had to explain to them that viewing is very important. Some of the things that they need to look for is it was listed as a 3-bedroom terrace. Sometimes it's a 2-bedroom, it's not 3. Doesn't matter what the floor plan says, doesn't matter what the pack says. Go and see it. Structural, I think there's a problem with the property because I can see from the pictures. I've not been there, but that was my assumption. So they said that as well. And then thirdly, the fees and the special conditions were coming up to £8,000, which they didn't really pay attention to. This is a fairly new member to the property circle. They've been around us 2 weeks. So haven't had time to do the reading legal packs masterclass, haven't been on the auction masterclass, haven't really heard me talk about it, but I stopped them from bidding tomorrow because it's too risky. It's £185,000 that they want to go up to. Cannot risk that. So just wanted to tell you guys, read the legal pack, view the property, due diligence is key, auctions are not easy to navigate. Right now, it is my Sunday night Zoom with all the members, and you can hear them all talking. We've got a notification just gone out, so there'll be more people joining in the next 5 minutes, and topic is going to be a general question and answer from what the members want to know. Early morning, waiting for my decorator to turn up. Have a meeting with him. He's got 4 properties I need him to spruce up, let's just say. Tenants have all ended. I've handed them all over to a government-backed supported living contract, and he's coming to my house now, and we're going to sit down, go through the projects that need doing, because the 4 I need doing personally, I also have 2 members of my community who need their houses decorated. Now, when you decorate a house, guys, we're talking about painting all the walls, painting all the ceilings, painting all the doors, painting all the skirting boards, all the architrave, sanding down and filling in where, you know, walls need to be made good. And it's a lot of work, and a decorator can make or break the entire house. So if you've got a shoddy plasterer, I mean shoddy, like 6 or 7 out of 10, a great decorator can actually make it 10 out of 10. So he's coming now, we're gonna have a coffee, and hopefully I can get a deal done. I'll let you know how it goes. I know what I want to pay, and I know what he wants. So let's see how good my art of negotiation is. What a morning, what an afternoon. 3:05, sitting down, and I am tired, very, very tired. I've got to film some stuff for you guys today. I'm going through a strategy call or strategy meeting face-to-face that I had, where I'm deciding what this person needs to do in order to become successful. Can you become successful in 6 months? You can become successful in 6 months, and it takes a lot of hard work. It takes the right people behind you. It takes consistency and discipline. Are you going to change your life in 6 months? 100 million %. Are you going to reach that financial barrier that you want to achieve or cross? Depends on you. It's not the educator. It's not Well, it is the educator, because the educator is the person who's giving the knowledge, but it's not that person's job to make you do it. It's that person's job to give you that fire, that desire, that belief in yourself to make you do it with the right knowledge and education. That's our key. So I'm getting that done now, sending that over to him. I'm sitting with Serena over there, who's ready to rip my head clean off because she's been trying to get me to concentrate all day. But what she doesn't realise is I've been concentrating, just not on the shit that she wanted me to concentrate on.
This evening because he needs to actually read it as well first.
Can you hear that, guys? Later this evening, because he needs to read it first. Serena is putting down, she's barking orders at me. Barking orders. You just don't see it because you won't do it on camera, will you?
Camera shy.
Camera shy, right. That's all done and dusted now. The proposals, the implementation now has to take place. And he's a very, very, very smart young lad. He lives local. He's got 3 flats under his belt. And I really like him because he's been around me a while. I think he's just such a nice guy. So yeah, hopefully he takes advantage of the strategy and he goes, guys, listen, I've been through it all at my level, everything you could ever imagine, the good, the bad and the ugly. So I can definitely advise you on what to do and what not to do. So if you want to book a strategy meeting with me face to face, there is a link below. That wasn't me stunting and grunting when I went, that wasn't that at all. That was me saying, I need chocolate. 7 days. 7 days with no chocolate. Not one chocolate bar. Not even sniffed a chocolate bar. So let's go back to the strategy meeting. £199, isn't it, Serena?
£199 for non-community members.
For non-members of the property circle, it's £199. For members, it's £149. You get to come, sit down with me, face-to-face strategy meeting. I give you a complete blueprint of what you need to do. And it's literally the most detailed blueprint that you'll ever see. And if you follow it, you will literally get to where you need to get to. But the thing is, most people can't follow it. Right now, I'm going to have a tea break and a Kit Kat. No, I'm not having a Kit Kat, even though I would love a Kit Kat. Do you like dip your Kit Kat into the tea? Yes or no? Comment below, let me know. Or is that just me? Guys, it's 6:52. I am home. And let me fill you in on what I have just done. So, I have literally just brokered a deal for a supported living contract house in Birmingham. So I sourced the house, got the contract together. The person wanted to buy it. We've got 2 properties that are mortgage free. We've got one in a limited company and one in a trade company. And he wants to pull funds out of both so he can buy the property that's got the supported living contract on it. And with a trade company, not a lot of lenders want to get involved. There's 3 that I knew personally. My team worked really, really hard today, actually, to be fair. The trade company doesn't have a SIC code that's related to property. That's a big problem when it comes to it. But they just get funny about it anyway. Makes no sense. It's still a charge. It's still a property. It's still a loan. But it is what it is. We got it through at the end of the day. And solicitors have been instructed, solicitors have been appointed, instructed when the legal paperwork is signed by property circle member. And it got over the line at 10 to 5. Been working on it all day today. And great results because the property itself has got great returns, actually. So with the money that he's got to put in, it's about £70,000 all in all. And the contract's worth £22,000. So when you do the return on investment, it's like 26-27% or something along those lines without me sitting down and figuring it out off the top of my head. And it's a 5-year contract, full and repairing lease, boilers included, roof is not included. It's never included. And you keep seeing like these scaremongering people out there going, oh, there's supported living contracts and all this kind of stuff. No, it's absolute nonsense. If you work with the right housing association, you work with the right person, me, it actually is a seriously lucrative side of things. You own the property, contracts direct with you. It's not like one of these rent-to-rent social housing things. It's not that at all. So you're completely in control of everything. I'm just the guy that facilitates it. These are the contracts that I've had for 7 years. That's what I do. Now it's becoming a bit more mainstream. So yeah, I can start putting them in. But if you want to know more about it, let me know, comment below. But right now, I'm going to get in the shower and then I'm going to have some lunch. Come on out, lunch. I'm going to have some dinner with my family and then I'll jump back on a little bit later. But all in all, a very successful day. And yeah, peace.
Nine on that telephone, 10 I'm looking for. Don't be off feeling honest. 10, 10 I've got. 11 against you now. 11 back in, 12.
The lighting doesn't matter. I can look good in dark, light. I look better in the dark, apparently. That's what Isabella says. What do you think of that? Auction house. I really enjoy coming to auctions because it gives me a good indicator of what's going on in the market. Now, auction estates, which is this one here, it is one of the better ones. It's a live auction. And I'm quite shocked at what people are buying today. One of the community centres, there's two community centres, one of the community centres that's up in auction estates, it went for, what did it cost? 200,000 over what it was listed, or 150,000. It was wild, and it looked like half the room was here to buy it, which was pretty cool to see because I didn't think nothing of it. 0.78 acres in a working class area. I'm intrigued to find out what happens to it. Stay tuned.
So Steve and a few members of the property circle have decided to take the lift even though it was one floor. Look at them. Steve, how come you didn't walk down the stairs? It was one flight.
What's this calling me out or something? Have you not seen this?
It's a VIP lift.
Yes, there's a few things that I spotted that I wasn't happy with, and the builders very accommodating. They literally took the notes, went and rectified it straight away, and yeah, it's all about communication. It's all about being able to speak to people correctly. It's all about making sure that you're all on the same page. Now, we are here today. This is the first day on this project, and it's really important for you guys to know that when you're managing a build team, you've got to make sure that you do keep that clear line of communication so no one oversteps it. Right now, I've come down because I thought I'd sweep up. I'd lend a hand. I'd lend a hand. I've got my shovel. So I'm going to shovel and sweep, and I'm going to get this job done. Why are you laughing?
Steve, show us your hands.
I have builder's hands. Like,
They don't look like builders.
these babies have been through the mill. But with all honesty, the guys are amazing. The project's got 6 to 8 weeks on a completion date. It's the first day. It's everybody's just figuring out where they're at, what's going on, clearing out, strip out, etc., etc., and then we'll move forwards correctly. But I'm ending the vlog now, and I'm actually starting the vlog for Sunday, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me sign out on this as well. I've got 4 viewings in Birmingham tomorrow for properties that will have housing association contracts attached to them. I'm going to try and break down a contract for you guys in the next vlog and keep you up to date with everything that's going on. My life is great. My family are happy. Serena is smiling, and everybody in the property world is working against everybody because nobody wants to come together. But my networking events are back.